Hello, hello. Welcome to Unboxing Alyss, YouTube channel with the purple box. Not the box of things. The things are down there. I'm Alistair Frost, and we are going to start off February with Tentacle Kitty. So, I can't talk. Tentacle Kitty is a group that has created these little, well, tentacle kitties and made a lot of variations of them and have kind of built a brand on that. So they are like tentacle or like kitty heads, and then they have like tentacles. So that's the premise. But 2024 actually, so it wasn't that far off. So say a couple of years ago, I guess they came up with a D&D themed tentacle kitty campaign, and of course, I love D&D, so I was all about that. At the time, though, I'd never heard of tentacle kitty, so they had a lot of tentacle kitties that were kind of race-ish specific. They had like some wood elves, some high elves. I think they had like a fiend or something. They had maybe, I don't know, zombie ogres. I can't remember. You can go on their website and see. But they also had class-based accessories that go with them. I'll actually show you a couple of those that came with the shipment. These actually were freebies. So the little shield that you can put on one of your little tentacle kitty tentacles, and a little treasure hoard. And also stick onto their tentacles. So it was a really big campaign, and I saw a bunch of things I really, really liked, but I only have so much money. So weirdly enough, I actually did not get any of the tentacle kitties. I got a few other things, and between this box down here and some other things, I kind of split Tentacle Kitty into two videos, so they are going to be the creator for this month. There's quite a bit of things to show you. Most of those things are pretty big. I think the only other tiny thing is, well, there's a dice set, and then this pin, which there's no way in hell you can see it, but no, maybe. Yeah, it's got like a little, I don't know, tentacle kitty with a beard. So maybe you can see him, maybe you can't. I'll put him in it, but I didn't hold that up like at all. There's no way you saw that. But no, I got some of the really cute stuff that just happened to interest me. I did again like the tentacle kitties, but I got a few other things that I liked a bit more. So we can see that guy again. Sorry about that. And they're all down there because they're all fairly large. So this is why you see nothing right now. Also, I hope you enjoyed my Kigu because you're going to see a lot of it. I'm probably going to live in this thing in my videos until it's summer. So get used to this. It's just easier to put on the Kigu than doing the sleeves and everything else, even though the trade-off is this is hot. So we'll just start with whoever I grab. Come on. And again, some of these are pretty big. Okay, I grabbed you, so we're going to start with something that's pretty big. This was actually the tier I backed, and I just added everything else to it. This is an ice dragon. It is very, very large, as you can see. I went ahead and just tore everybody open before we started. Let's get that out. Well, not. I didn't tear it open well enough. Come on. All these tiny things are going to go over there because I showed them to you and we're done. Okay, shuck. So yeah, this is falling over. This is a nice dragon. I honestly cannot remember the length of this. I don't remember. Oh, the wings actually do pose too. I know they did add some like wire in here so you could pose something. I thought it was just the tail, which I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can. Well, maybe it's not the tail. Kind of the tail. Got the tail do that. But the wings for sure definitely posable. So yeah, this is a big dragon. That I made those wings look terrible. Jeez. No, stop falling. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this is the ice dragon that I initially backed. And I really love this. This is so cute. It is so well made. Its tail is whacking me in the face, and that's okay. But wow, I think it's maybe 20, like 2-ish feet, something like that. Totally should look that up before I did this. That's okay. But no, oh man, I really loved the dragons. This was the one that was part of the campaign, and they actually had us poll for another type of dragon, which you will see because I did get that one as well. But no, this one is beautiful. And a lot of these I'm planning to put in the basement as displays. I might display the dragons a little earlier than that, maybe in the living room or something, because they're so big and so cute. But yeah, these are supposed to go down in my D&D themed basement. So a lot of these plushies will eventually be kind of mixed in, mostly probably in the tavern area. So I might put some of them in the theater because I think there's a shelf down there that my dad wanted to remove it and I didn't leave it. But it's so dark in there because it's supposed to be a theater. And it's just a regular room. I'm turning it into a theater. It's not like one of those fancy rich people, like stadium seating. No, I'm not going to have that. I don't have that. But I definitely want to put a couple of these critters in there just because it's so dark. Kind of like a, mystical forest. There's little creatures popping out of the forest. That's kind of what I'm going for. And some of these, like the dragons, might be in the taverns or something like that. But this is lovely. I love it. It is humongous. These took a while to get. I was really surprised at how long it took. I think they had another campaign while they were producing these two, which kind of frustrates me a bit. I don't really care for when creators do that when you owe, X campaign and you start with Y. And some of them, I think they have to do that just to stay profitable, especially when they're just starting out. But I feel like they're splitting their time, even though they might not be. But Tentacle Kitty is a pretty big, it's not freaking Google or, anything like that, but it's a decent company. It's been around for a while. So, I don't know, but this is my first one and they're cute. And I don't know what they're called yet, but I will name them eventually. So I'll put Ice Dragon over there. Hopefully you can still see Ice Dragon. I think I'm still trying to kind of gauge things when it comes to filming, and I know some things get cut off. I don't think this is getting cut off. So next we have Mimic. There are actually two Mimics, and one was a special one that was just $300 all by itself. I can't remember what else it came with. I don't think it was just the Mimic itself, but there was something special you got with it, which would play out in like a future campaign. I did not have that kind of money, so I just got the regular Mimic, which is cute. Let's get Mr. Mimic out. Gosh. So he's very flat because I'm pretty sure I've had these for over a year, so they've been in this box the entire time, so they're super flat. So hopefully Mimic will go back to his mimicky glory and not just be squish. But no, if you can see, he's cute. There's just the top of his head. If I can fix his head. This is not, again, on Tentacle Kitty, this is on me. Probably should have let him out so he could breathe, but if you don't know what a Mimic is in D&D, it is basically what I just said. They usually show up as chests like this, and they are not really chests. They're, a standard chest usually means treasure. So if you see a chest, you go for it, and it sprouts teeth and mouth and a tongue and everything, then no, not a chest. That's a Mimic. If you have seen the movie Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, a Mimic does show up in there, as does kind of another creature I'll show you in a second. If you haven't seen that movie, stop watching this and go see that movie. It's my favorite movie of 2023. And yes, I saw Spider-Verse. And no, these do appear in there, and they can be anything though. They've appeared in our D&D campaigns as well. So I think one actually was a chest. So yeah, but it's lovely, and you can actually store things in it. I don't think you can lock things in it, but you can store some things in here because it is a chest. And I like the fact that it has little feet at the bottom. I don't think it's going to walk away. Well, I mean, if it changes its form, it can. But as a chest, probably not. But I still love it. I absolutely think it's adorable. It's really shiny, too. So, yes, very, very cute Mimic. I actually do have a pattern to make a Mimic, courtesy of Choli Knight, my favorite pattern maker in the history of ever. But I did not have that pattern before I bought this. So, to be fair, I have dragon patterns from her too. But I mean, if I see cute plushies, I'm still going to buy them, even though I can make a dragon. Can I make it look like this? God, no. But I can make a functional dragon. That's not going to look anything like that. So I can make a functional mimic. That's not going to look anywhere near as cool as this because I'm an amateur. So we'll put Mr. Mimic there. Next is a kobold. I would say Google what a kobold is. They're kind of reptilian, almost bits of like dog in there too. I'm not entirely sure. I believe they are technically a playable race in D&D. I'm not entirely sure of that. He's very stuck. There we go. They're kind of mischievous tricksters. They aren't really all that strong. They are usually what you encounter when your party is just starting out, if you start at like level 1. So they are fairly low level enemies most of the time, but they're super popular because they're really cute. And there were 2 versions of this one. There was also 2 versions of the other thing I'm going to show you in a minute. Not the other dragon, that's something else. But I like this version. So little, I guess, rogue cobalt. But I believe these do like talk and everything. They're sentient. Dragons in D&D are also sentient. I am not sure about mimics. I would think if they can turn into like a humanoid, I would assume they can talk, but I'm not entirely sure. So, but yeah, kobolds are dogs, and I find them to be very cute. I do again see a lot of art of them. There is someone on particular. Glittering Amount is their username on the furry subreddit. They have just the cutest adoptables I've ever seen. I really did pledge for one, I'll go in the auction for one of those. I never know what I'm going to do with an adoptable. That's why I usually don't buy them. But they have this cutest adoptables, and they've had quite a few kobolds. So, yes, this is kobold. They are cute, and I really, really love this. Oh no, they're escaping, which is what I expect a kobold would do. This come off. Oh yeah, their little hood can come off too. So there's a little Velcro there. You can take their hood off if you want. But yeah, this is a really adorable kobold, and I love them. This is one I'll probably put like in the theater on that shelf. So you just have a little red-eyed kobold staring at you as you're watching a movie or whatever. So will kobold fit in here? No, kobold too big. Okay. I'll put kobold over here. After kobold, we have a curl, I guess. Coeur. No, L. Coeul, I think. Maybe. I can't spell in the air. This is something I've never heard of before. So I had to quickly Google how to possibly pronounce this. I think it is pronounced curl. I guess there's some English, like as in England or UK maybe, like nursery rhyme or whatever that rhymes this word with girl. So I'm guessing it is curl. So, but this reminded me of a displacer beast. Go away. So displacer beasts are in D&D. I think curls show up a lot in I think the Final Fantasy series, which I've never played. Oh, this is posable too. That's cool. So that's posable. Yeah, I like that. I would love to make one of these. And honestly, sticking tentacles on the back of a cat shouldn't be too hard. I did mix these up with the displacer beasts because displacer beasts also have tentacles. And I guess these tentacles move in tandem. It must be like one wire that goes all the way through their body. I think I did that with my friend Moth Pony's her antenna. So they kind of move together. I didn't mean to do that. I will get better next time. But no, this is super cute. I do like Displacer Beast. If you have seen, again, the movie Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, there is a Displacer Beast in there. It looks like a Black Panther, but they have 6 legs. And one set or 2 sets? I think they only have 1 set of tentacles like this, but they have an extra set of legs. Whereas you see, the curl only has 4. So it looks like a standard cat with tentacles. And that's kind of it. yeah, that's pretty much it. No like horns or anything. I don't know. But so I saw this. I thought this Blaster Beast because of the tentacles. According to the internet, they may be the same or related. So I'm not entirely sure, but I thought it was cute. This is the version I saw. There was another version that had like spots all over it, which I didn't like as much, and it kind of triggered my trypophobia. So I really like this one, and that's cute. So you've got your curl, or like four-legged displacer beast. I don't really know. Yeah, that's we're almost done. We got one more, and I don't know how I'm going to do this because that one more is about that size. So I'm going to put the curl over here, this over here. No, we're yes, no. I might just lay them down because at one point you won't be able to see me either. I know you'd rather see the cute stuffed animals. I would too, but so here is our last item for the first half of Tentacle Kitty. As a reminder, the next video will be the other half. Some of that stuff came with this campaign, and there were 3 other items I just happened to buy. Like it was after the campaign, but they ran like a sale or whatever, so I have a few more things from them from that sale. So I'm just throwing them all in the second video because it's the same creator. But here is the last item I'm going to show you this time. Also very stuck. No. Stuck on his feet. Okay. Go away. All right. So here is our final one, and also a shipping thing. Oh no, that's the what do you call it? The tag. Okay. So yeah, they folded the wings down on the tag. Scared the heck out of me. I'm folding the rings a long way. So this is the dragon that won the poll, and they are calling it a Starlight Dragon. So I'm sure you can guess why. Really enjoyed this. I think I voted for the ocean themed dragon, but it was very close between that and this. There was some blue in that too. I probably should have voted for this, but this is the one that won, and I was totally fine with that. I really love this design as well. I'm really into like starry themed stuff, like star, space, all of that. In the Helliverse, I actually just finished. I might put a couple pictures of the Helliverse up here, like decorating everything. The bedspread for the daybed, and there's actually like galaxy themed, which for the Helliverse thing should be black and red for the most part. But I think Stolas when I think of like the galaxy stuff. So to me, it fits. Yeah, I'll put a couple pictures of the Helliverse that I finished. Still waiting for some things in transit with that, but that's as done as I can be. But no, that is why I love these patterns and the star fabric all over this dragon. Same size as that one, of course. Same silly little face. I love all the little horns. It's just so adorable. These are done so well. They said yes. Okay, they will fit. So that one was having trouble fitting. I think the tail is somewhat posable. So I'm doing it, kind of. See that? There. Yeah, it is somewhat posable, as well as the wings. And that was kind of not quite a last minute addition, but they added on a bit later. It's kind of a way to just upgrade the dragons that they have, because before there was no wire. They still wouldn't be cute. They're still like adorable, but I love the added bonus of us being able to kind of mess with their wings and tails. And I think, yeah, I lied when I talked about that one. This isn't wire. I'm pretty sure this is armature, which is going to be a bit stronger than wire, but easier to fold around. It's what it's for. If you fold iron too many times, or like iron rod or something, it will break. So that's something I have to be careful with when I put iron in my own plushies, because if you keep folding that over, eventually that iron piece will break. So, or wire piece, I'm thinking not iron, a wire. But armature doesn't quite work like that. I'm sure you can still break it, but this is what it's for. And for something this big, armature would definitely be better. The thicker wire is, it'll be stronger, but it'll also be harder to move without like a wire, not wire cutters, but like pliers or something. So you want something that will move pretty easily, but is also strong and sturdy and won't, fail after repeated use. So, but no, I really love that they use that in here. And again, I just love these. They're so big. They're so cute. I love them all. But no, I'm really happy with this purchase. It did take a while to get these, like I said, but definitely worth the wait. I think my regret is not buying the owlbear. I was running out of money, so I had to make some decisions. The owlbear they had was also really, really cute. I'm pretty sure Cholinite does have an older owl bear pattern. It's a little on the basic side because I know it's a free pattern, but the owlbear was cute, and I might grab the owlbear later on and for Tentacle Kitty. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This shouldn't be too long of a video. Sorry, the last ones have been cut long. Well, no, like December. In December, they were really long. January, not too bad. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of these plushies. They're just so cute, and I love them all. I cannot wait to put them up. I really think the dragons are going to be in the living room somewhere. I'm not sure where. Maybe like on my bookshelf, or not bookshelf, but my like DVD Blu-ray shelf. Actually, these will probably fit better because they're smaller. But no, I definitely going to start placing these. I don't want to just leave them in the basement right now because there isn't anything in the basement. I just told you my hopes and dreams for my basement, but they're just rooms right now. There's no, no TVs down there. There are no furniture down there or anything like that. So I'm a long ways away from the theater I want and the tavern that I want. But yeah, pretty much all the D&D stuff I've unboxed has gone in the basement because it will be decor, etc. when I get that place up and running. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all the cuteness. Bring this back. You guys can help me end this video. I don't know if I can grab the mimic. Yes. So yay, we're all together. Okay. All right, let me know what you guys think. You guys know the drill. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I just killed everyone after hugging them. Again, the second half of the February will be Tentacle Kitty Part 2. So I'm getting hot. I'm tired. I'm getting off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Wait, hang on. I'm doing this. Bye-bye.